And we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Oh, whoa. Yes, I just oh-woed at you. Because I felt like it. Hello, cool name. Hello, Kira, Dab, Zinks, and Alchemy. Welcome, everybody. It is... What day is it? We're up to 8. I even just did the title. We're up to day 8. Hello, NGC. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Welcome to Archaeology Day 8. We're going to do some more digging. For those of you that were possibly here last night... Oh, look at that. That's fortuitous. That were possibly here last night. I did do a very short late night stream. And I got one of my other pristines. And no, I don't think future late night streams will happen, unfortunately. I think my internet's a little too unstable at night. At least during the hours I wanted to stream at, so that might not happen again. But still, just so you know, I did get a pristine last night. So I just need one more pristine from VoD. So I'm very excited. Very excited. And then it's just 2 pristines from Mop. And I'm sure I'll get this last tea set before I get those pristines, so very exciting. So yeah, hello Zandia. Congrats. Thank you. I'm super excited. Because, man, yesterday, it was not very nice to me. It did not want to turn into the pristines. I saw your late night stream. It was very funny. I'm glad. It was fun. I would do more late night streams, but I had, excuse me, I had forgotten that my internet between like 10 and midnight-ish is a little unstable. I think, because I'm technically on satellite, I think that must be when the satellite moves just enough that like it doesn't quite sync up here, but otherwise, I mean, I don't have any issues with it. I mean, I'd rather it be in the middle of the night than like in the middle of the day, so I'll take it. Can't complain, because trust me, living on shitty internet for most of my life. Yeah. Barf. But anyway, yes, welcome everybody. Welcome to Archaeology Day 8. I'm sure a lot of people are tired of archaeology by now, but we persevere. We press on anyways. So, yeah. We're gonna do this. All I need is ARCHAEOLOGY now. So, I'm going to try to hyper-focus on ARCHAEOLOGY. As much as possible, at least. As much as it lets me. We'll find out. But yeah. Yeah. And I'm debating if I should do another grind like this after I finish this one. Because there is one I want to do, but I don't know if, again, you know, I'll be able to keep viewer retention like I did before with the themed days, because that's why I had picked the themed days, to help keep people interested. Because, you know, when you start doing the same thing over and over, people start getting really tired of you, so. Yeah. I really want to, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Those themed days are fun. Exactly. People prefer the themed days. But, you know, I have a lot of grinds that I need to do that are very time intensive. And I kind of only do them during stream. So, you know. Alright. Because, I mean, technically, every day is a themed day, even when I'm grinding. Technically, there's just not a variety of themes. So, you know. But I get it. People like variety. Totally understand. Alright. Back into the thick of it. So we just need a pristine Apexis crystal. That's all we need. Do you mind, good sir? It's all we need from VoD, and then this expansion is completely 100% done for archaeology. And then all I have left is stuff from Mop and a little from Legion. as far as achievements go. There's 5 collectibles that I don't have. I'm going to do my darndest to try to get those before 10:07, but as long as these pristines are taking, which I kind of suspected, you know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see. But yeah, good things are coming for the streams. 'Cause, like, my VTuber model's coming. I've got my stream deck I need to set up. Super excited. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I will. I will. Keep saying I will. I just, you know, as soon as I finish streaming, I go immediately to work. My stream is literally my break in between working. So, like, you know. Oh, well. Alright. There we go. Boop. Perfect. Please turn into an Apexis crystal. Okay. Close, but no cigar. I don't need a hieroglyph. I need a crystal. Crystal, please. Pretty please. Please and thank you. Yeah, sure. Oh, but how is everybody on this lovely Tuesday? It's technically reset day. Yet another day. Right? No, it's Wednesday. It's reset day for EU. That's why I had it in my head. Reset day for EU. So all you EU people get to do your weeklies. And check your vault, or if you have that, and all kinds of fun things. I need to get back on my weeklies, but that's not super high on my list right now. I want to get this archaeology done. Oh, just got off work waiting for dinner to finish cooking and farming raids for mounts while I wait. Nice! Awesome, awesome. Well, good luck on your mounts. And I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good fabulous day. Yeah. I hope it ends with a mount or 2 in the sack. Yes. Gotta collect them mounts. Which, at some point, we will be doing it in stream as well, because there's a couple raid mounts. Now that, like, Legion raids and BFA dungeons are a lot more doable, those are on the horizon at some point as well. The BFA raids aren't very doable, but the dungeons are at least. And I don't know the mounts that come out of any of those, I think. Yeah, I don't think I know any of those mounts from the BFA dungeons. And there's like 2 or 3, which is pretty nice. That's good. Plus the cloth set, the cloth ensemble from Shrine of Storms. So that's another thing to farm. That'd be good to get. Just had dinner here and now leveling my alt army. Nice, congrats! Awesome. Well, hopefully that's going well for you and hopefully you enjoy that. Oh Lord, I need to do dungeons in BFA. Yep, same, I feel that. There's a lot in BFA stuff that I need to do. I'm looking forward to finally being able to do the raids at some point. Like, you can kind of do the BFA raids. They're still not very soloable, though. Not just because of difficulty, but because of the, whatever you call it. Some of the mechanics. You just can't do it solo. Like, there's a mind control one or whatever that happens later in Uldir. There's, Opulence literally needs 2 people. You can't get it to work with just one. Come on, Blizzard. Would like to be able to do my old raids, please. Those BFA raids are like, what, 3-4 years old now? 5 years? 3 or 4 years? Something like that. You gotta have a lot of patience if you're a collector like me, let me tell you. I just finished the weekly stuff on my main. Now I only have to get my level 70 elves to eye level 380 to be able to do all the juicy gold world quests. Nice! I saw a video of one person soloing Opulence. Oof! I bet that was rough. Impressive that they managed it, though. Assuming they did. Man. I bet that took some finagling. There we go. I have not been able to do it solo. The only time I was able to do it is when I had pulled Canary in and she did the other side. Before so we could open the gate. It's like he kept like resetting. I couldn't get it to get to his next phase. It was crazy. We'll never do it myself. I can imagine. I'm trying to like thinking of the schematics of what would go into that. Oof. Yeah. Well, and like for me too, like I say easily soloable. Like, could you solo it now if you got badass gear? Probably. Like in terms of BFA raids, sure. But that's why I preface it with easily soloable, because I have if I'm going to go do those raids, I want to go do them to collect Mount, Smog, whatever they're going to drop. I don't want to do that with just one character for the sake of a challenge. I'm there to collect stuff. And you kind of, like, the best way to do that is with alts, you know? And if not all my alts are going to be badass freaking mega chuggers like my main, so if I can't comfortably do something on my alts, I'm probably not going to farm it. You know? Because that would be a waste of my time, in my opinion. Imagine if Blizzard gave druids a special dragon riding form when they go travel form in the Dragon Isles. Oh, that would be absolutely awesome. I would love that. I'm kind of surprised they didn't, but I kind of get it. I mean, we have one. They could totally, like, use this one. What is it? There's a mount that would fit that. Not the Emerald Drake. The, well, what's the thing called? Grove? Nope. Rune? Nope. Gosh darn it. Drake. Let me find it. Oh, excuse me? Excuse me? Badass friggin' mega chuggers, please make that a sound emote. Badass friggin' mega chuggers. Well, you know. You know. Oh. I appreciate that you liked that. I didn't know what else to call it. Where is it? There's a mount here. It's like the Dream or something. This one! This one. The Tangled Dreamweaver. This one. Like, it's super druidic. It's super Dream Dragon. They could easily do this as like a temporary dragon form or something if they wanted to keep it to a dragon. I mean, look, it's got wood for talons. Or at least wood on its talons. You know? That'd be a great druid form. At least, even if it's only available on the Isles. Oh well. Hey, we gotta use those channel points for something. Yeah, I don't know how the sound thingy works. I've not messed with that part of it too much. Like, are you able to, like... I guess I'd have to just look it up. Do people really like that? I never personally liked the viewers being able to use sound bits on command, but I don't know, maybe there's something to it I'm missing. I always thought it felt disruptive, but maybe I am wrong. There we go. I mean, I do. I find it funny. It probably is, like, used in context, I would imagine. Thank you, Mirami Hughes, for the gifted subs. Super appreciate you, and I super appreciate your generosity. And congrats to the 3 of you that have received gifted subs. Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. But that's just me? Nah. It's probably a lot of people like it, honestly. I'm still warming up to a lot of streaming culture, if you will. Because I'm very used to the non-interactive YouTube content stuff. And that's what I'm just prone and prefer, I guess. So I'm still kind of getting used to it. I'm sure I'll warm up to it, I imagine. Like, it took me forever to actually like GIFs. I know that sounds funny, but... when you get the model, you can use points to throw things at the model. That is true. I've seen streamers do that as well. I have no idea how that works either, but... I'll figure it out someday. It's on the list of many things to do. Trust me, my list is ever growing. I don't like the jump scares personally, since a lot of times I'll be playing WoW and it'll kind of blast my speakers on a quiet stream. That is true. That is true. I'll help. Oh, well, thank you, Pokepaws. I appreciate that. I am very scrubbed to this whole streamer VTuber thing, if you couldn't tell. Yeah. Everything I've been learning, I've kind of been like, okay, so how do I do this? Looks up YouTube guide. So, yeah, no. I'm also pretty new to Twitch. I've had it forever, but I've just really started watching when these WoW giveaways started. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people might fall into that category. I really didn't watch or even use Twitch, like, at all, until the WoW drops started happening. I didn't really like it. I wasn't really super into streams. Mostly because I'm a very, like, outside of streaming, and outside of, like, my best friend Canary, I'm actually a pretty quiet person. If I can avoid people, I will. I'm that person. It's a bit like being in a sports stadium. We all cheer for a cool thing that happens or boo when something bad is going on. I can see you running into a huge elite with a skull icon, and then someone plays the badass Mega Chugger emote. You really like that emote, huh? Well, I'll have to, can you clip that? Do you know how to clip? I still haven't learned how to clip things. If you do clip that, Jerry, if you clip that section, I will, I'll save it and make it into a thing. I'll figure it out. Yeah. No idea how to clip stuff, still newbie myself. Yeah, I'm like, how do I clip stuff again? Well, it's okay. We'll learn together. It's okay. Stream can be really intense in my opinion. They really can be. Which, I'm not, like, super into the intense stuff, personally. I just like the chill. Like, this is my break time. I like just hanging out with you all here while I work on something. That's what I consider it. Yeah, that's okay. In fact, I'll make a note of that real quick. Since you really like it. Where are we at here? Notes. I need... Chill as possum. Yes. I know how to clip stuff, but it's too late. I can get the clip if you're willing to wait for some time. No worries. All good. No, we're not in a hurry. Let's see, because I still have to learn how to make sounds for the Stream Deck. I don't even... Oh, that wouldn't even be for the Stream Deck. That'd be for the viewer thing. I don't even know how that works. Where are we at? Let's see. How did I phrase it? I don't pay attention to what I say half the time. Badass friggin' Mega Chuggers. There we go. Badass friggin' Mega Chuggers. Sound clip for viewers. I'm taking notes and all these things so that when I do finally get to the point of, like, understanding how all this works, I can just put a whole bunch of this stuff in for you guys. So my apologies if it's a little jank once in a while. There we go. Canary, gosh. I pick up my phone for 1 second to make a note. And Canary's all like, I will be a badass friggin' Mega Chugger with you, ooh-woo. I had to share that, I'm sorry. Gosh dang it, this is why I can't look at my phone. This is why I turn off Discord. Ah, people. I love it. Oh, Canary over there teasing me. Nah. Real mature. Anyway. Anywho. Alright, so let's get this Arakoa here. Nope. Did I miss it? I did. I'm flying right over it like a dumb. Is this one? Whoa, no. Yes? No. Maybe? Yes. This is it. Okay. And if this turns into something other than Arakoa, we'll use the map on it. Because, like, I really want to just kind of try to hone in on this Apexis crystal, because this is what I need. Am I out of V8 already? Stop teasing me. Apexis scroll. I had the Apexis hieroglyph earlier. Now it's the Apexis scroll. I need the Apexis crystal. Crystal. Do you understand, Adjur? Crystal. There we go. Okay. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see here. Let's archive that. Put that in there, and that in there. Let's see. Give me more stuff. More stuff and things. More stuff and things. Here we go. Wanted to check my email to see if I had gotten a response from Twitch yet about applying for partner. It's been a month and a half now since I applied, and I've had no answer. Like, alright, well, that's alright. That's okay. It's not too big a deal. Just didn't expect to wait this long. Hello, Chashire. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Welcome to day 8 of archaeology. Day 8 indeed. We are kicking this thing in the butt and trying to finish up VoD. I only need one more thing from VoD, and then we can move on to MOP. Which, honestly, I might keep farming in VoD to use up all of my keys that I bought. Because I've noticed because the keys really do make this way faster, the keystones. But, I noticed the MOP ones are stupidly expensive. Like, you know, 900 to 1,000 a piece. I'm like, dude, that's like 10 times the price I paid for these ones. So, I might stick with VoD for a while. And just funnel all of my restored thingies, restored artifacts into the Mogu stuff. So I don't know. Oh, I bet it's on its way. We'll find out. I hope so. I was declined from the last one already. Just because, according to them, I hit the qualifications too fast. I'm like, isn't that a good thing though? Like, I don't know. Is whatever. Not a big deal. Evening, Lady Daisy. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Would you rather be a major lore character in WoW or be in the Harry Potter universe? I would rather be in WoW, just because I'm not really a fan of Harry Potter myself. So, that's a easy answer to me. Have you gotten Zinroke? I have not. That is one of the 5 rare items that I'm still missing. I'm working on achievements right now. The 5 rare items that I'm still missing will not be done on this character. That'll be done on my leveling characters. This character is doing the achievements, because you need to do those on one character because the progress is character specific. So, you know. But it'll happen though. Azeroth has a crisis every 2 years. It would be exhausting. It really would. It definitely would. My cat just ran in and jumped in my lap and then headbutted me to get affection. Aww. Cute. Perfect kitty. That's a good kitty. Alright, smart. I have 1,500 attempts on Zinroke. Oof. Yeah, I feel that. I am about quadruple, triple that. What did I say my number was? I looked it up the other night. It was like 4... Oh, shoot. I'd have to look it up again. 4,000 something or whatever it was. 3,000? 4,000? On the Tol'vir stuff. And I've been trying specifically for the Karaji battle tank, but found I'm still missing the scimitar and the staff of Amane, both which come from Tolfir. So I'm like, oh dear. So, yeah. Yep, those all went clans. So let's, well, they're all in the Grand though. I'm impatient. Let's use a map. Okay, all ogre. Alright, well, that's what I get, I guess. I guess we're doing some ogre for a bit. Cats have a special hidden special ability? Oh, for sure. Oh, did you / anyone do Mage Tower now that it's back in DF? Is it easier than in an SL? About the same, harder? I attempted it. I think it's a little easier than the Shadowlands version, but I still think it's harder than the Legion version was, because the complaint I have about the current version of the Mage Tower is they banned, if you will, a lot of use of items. And you can't use legendaries, you can't... Like, the only items you can use in there are, like, food and, like, buff items. Like, a couple of them. Like, food and flask. But you can't use legendaries, you can't use a lot of stuff like that that was originally kind of designed for. You can't use special trinkets, you can't use other potions and things, like the Lights Tears or whatever they are, that I had used, or the Sylvan Elixir. And to me, that's what made it fun. Because it was like, okay, I have all these things plus my skill. Let's see if combined with all that I can overcome it. But now it's just a challenge with beating your face into it. Like, it doesn't... I don't know. I'm not very happy with it personally. But that's just a me thing. 4.3k from what I recall you saying. Yeah, something like that. I don't remember what I had said. I thought I wrote it down because I had looked it up. But... I thought I wrote it down. Darn it. That was kind of a pain to find. I had to dig that out of rarity. Oh well. It's okay. It's okay. It's called Headbutt of Affection. If they headbutt, they get affection. Yes. Okay, still good to know. I still need to do 2 mage and healer ones. I heard healer one was hell, but it's a mount though. Yeah, I know. I really want the spell tome, but it's not very high in my priority list. Just because... I don't know. I did Mage Tower when it was current for all 36 specs. I really was looking forward to not having to do it again, personally. So I'm kind of not thrilled, at least on my end, that they didn't bring back the old stuff, and B, added new stuff to it, so the people that have already done it have to go back and do it again. And I'm like, I don't want to go do it again. It was fun while it was there, but I don't want to go do it again. I was done. You know? I don't know. It's probably just a me thing, but that's how I feel about it. What is the point in pausing Twitch? It just snaps back to live? Oh, I don't know, honestly. I haven't really paused the stream before. I get the feel then. Well, I'm glad, because, you know, a lot of people really like that there's new stuff on the Mage Tower, which is fine. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to do it again. I really don't. Oh well. At some point I probably will. I don't know when, but at some point. Hydrate everyone. It's good for you. Drink your water. It's good for you. Yeah. There we go. All right. Had another fun random encounter in WoW this morning. A druid asked to group up. I accepted, and she found my 2 ducks very cute. She wondered if we could cook them. I was like, no, they're mine. There are others just outside the city, though. She agreed that would be better, and then wondered how we got to this topic. I just laughed with her. Well then. Alright. Interesting. People are funny. Very interesting encounter. That's funny. Alright. Boop. Ding ding. I really don't like that the map has a 30-minute cooldown. Kinda sucks. Wonder if the mop one does. I've never actually looked. Feral druid mindset. True that. The kitty wanted the bird, so I get it. I get it. Where are we at here? Whoop, that tree is really in the way. Alright. Whoa, whoops, whoops. Where'd my chat go? There it is. Clicked the wrong button. There we go. Alright. I'm looking into possibly getting a new headset soon. I like the one I have, but it kind of hurts my ears a little bit. So I'm looking into one that doesn't require the actual ear part, the headphone part, because that would be kind of nice. So that'll be good. Not that that really matters to you guys too much, but it might mean a mic change at some point, but we'll see. Another ogre? Of course. I was getting lots and lots of ARCHAEOLOGY before, and now that I've got the ogre pristine, all the ogre dig sites are popping up, I swear. This is not the first druid to randomly come up to me. On my Volpera, one just started gushing out of nowhere how cute I was, and I'm not an RP server. Well, I guess people just wanted to be nice. It's because Volpera are adorable. Or Volpera are adorable. There we go. That's good, though. Better than bad reactions. I've had those a few times. I have had those. Oh. Alright. How many restored artifacts am I up to? Only 9? Rip. Hi, Rickmar. Bye, Rickmar. Oh, the only thing from keeping me from getting a new headset is I'm not gonna let it go, even though the only thing holding it together is duct tape. Understandable. Understandable. There we go. Thank you for the follow, Nemesis2727. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. And I hope you enjoy your stay. EIM headphones are pretty good. What are EIM? The ones I'm looking at, actually, I don't know what they're actually called. Maybe we're talking about the same thing. Who knows? But they're, it's hard to explain, and it sounds weird, like it would be painful, but it's not. They're... Because, you know, your ear works with vibration, right? Like, that's technically how sound functions. It vibrates everything in your ear and makes sound. Well, there's headphones that are... I don't know what to call them, but they don't use sound necessarily. They use just the vibration. And you can place them on your ear bone. So you don't have this whole cup over your ear, but... the sound just goes through your ear bone. My brother has a pair, and they're amazing, and they're so comfortable because they're not just, you know, swamp on your ear holes. It's the weirdest thing, and I want one. He said they have really good mics, too, and they're wireless, which I would like, because trying to find a good wireless mic is darn near impossible. Like, this headset has a really good mic, and it can go wireless, but when I go wireless, the mic quality goes to crap. Despite me standing right next to my computer. So, you know, I don't like being tethered. Having this cord here agitates me. Everything I have has got to be wireless. With the exception of my keypad, only because there isn't a wireless option for it. I crave the day everything is wireless. I have a cheap one, 16 euros, it does its job. Hey, I mean, if it works, that's what matters. And the problem with this headset that I'm wearing too, like the mic is really good, but the sound quality in the headset itself is not great. My cheapo $50 headphones do a way better sound quality, but the mic is awful. So, I mean, I guess it's not awful. It just, I sound like a radio host. You know, a radio host from the 50s, or whatever that was. That was kind of funny. Otherwise, I just use that one. Oh well, oh well. I need to look into getting those. Alright, alright. Let's get this checked out. I like the drainer zones, they're very pretty. Very pretty indeed, yes. I like various, like, fungi and mushroom type things. I think it's kind of fun, honestly. Ding ding, yes. Let's see here. Alright, alright. I say Discord, you say party. Discord, disco. Yes. Precisely. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, let's see here. Alright, I got that one going on. Okay, okay. Stupid autocorrect. I meant disco disco. Oh, that's hilarious, honestly. It's alright. It's all good. Alright, this one done? Finally, there we go. There's an ARCHAEOLOGY one. Thank you. That's kind of the problem with archaeology, honestly, because of how it's set up. The more you get out of it, the longer it takes to get the stuff you don't have, which really kind of sucks. So that's why I like these last few pristines have just not wanted to get anywhere. Ugh. Because you gotta wade through all the other solves before you get the one you want. And then you gotta hope for it to pristine when you do get the one you want. Boof. Oh well. That's okay. That's okay. Well, what do you all want to talk about? Huh? Well, how's everyone's days going? Good, I hope. Good, I hope. Everyone excited for 10.07 or 10.1? I found some story stuff for 10.1 that I'm not particularly pleased about. I haven't really enjoyed a lot of the Dragonflight writing, to be honest, but, you know, it's not for everyone. It's alright. 'Tis what it is. But I tend to be someone that looks into story of patches and stuff before it's out. Because I like to see the difference, I like to see the change, to see if anything was changed. Which story's not usually changed, but still. I wonder who the new last raid boss is going to be for like the whole expansion or for the next patch. It's like for the whole expansion, I have no idea. It's definitely a curious thing. What happened? Did they do something to Arthas again? Well, it'd be spoilers, so I can't tell you because it would be it's not stuff that's out yet. But so I can't really tell you because it'd be spoilers, but some stuff I'm just not pleased about, honestly. Just kind of continuing stuff that I already wasn't pleased about, and they're taking it into kind of an even worse direction, so I'm like even more not pleased about it, so I'm like, ugh. Oh well. For next patch, well, I know, well, next patch technically 10.07 isn't, I don't think 10.07 is getting a new raid, but 10.1 is. And I know who the last raid boss is for that. I won't spoil it, because obviously it's not out yet, but But I know who the last raid boss is for that. I'm a little surprised, but then again, not so surprised. Just kind of one of those like, huh, so soon? It was expected at some point, though. Doing Archie now, you inspired me. Well, good luck. I hope you have better luck than I have had. I've had a couple good lucky days, but, you know, it comes and goes with archaeology. So good luck indeed. But yeah, when 10.1 is out, don't you worry. We'll be doing all the discussion about 10.1 story and lore. But until it's out, I won't bring it up, besides the fact that I'm a little disappointed. Oh well. Bro, I would die if they were trying to raise Latte and succeed. That would make no sense. Yeah, I don't know that they're doing that, but, you know. Who knows? Who knows? Hard to say. It's Millhouse Manastorm, isn't it? No, but that is a funny idea. Kinda close though, to be honest. Kinda close though, although I think Millhouse is a better character than the one that is the actual end boss of the 10.1 raid. Regardless, 10.1 has amazing raid tier. Like, I really want all the raid tier from 10.1. More so than normal, I think, because it's heavily class themed, but like in a good way. It's not... They did a really good job. The art team always knocks it out of the park, though. I never have any qualms with them, personally. Art team, sound design, always good. Always on point. The writing... it's a little to be desired. And it's not, I'm not talking about, like, plot. I'm talking about, like, when I say writing, I don't mean the storyline or the plot line. Although, you know, that could be a little hard to separate sometimes. I'm talking about, like, writing style and how things are presented and portrayed. That's, like, different. Because, like, you could have a phenomenal plot, but if it's presented poorly, it's not gonna hit. Or you could have a terrible plot, but if the writing about it is amazing, you're probably going to enjoy it anyways, even though it's terrible, you know? So, I don't know. The Devious Stone was found in Deepholm. It wouldn't surprise me to find him in Aberrus. That's true, that is a good point. He was in a Deepholm because he was working with the Twilight's Hammer, I believe, at the time. I don't think he is now. I think him and Millie... Is her name Millie? No, she calls him Millie. What's his wife's name? Because him and his wife are back together as of Shadowlands. They're in the other side dungeon. So I think they're kind of off doing their own thing. Which I like, personally. I like that. But I wouldn't mind seeing him around again. Millicent, thank you. Maybe it is Millie. I was like, I was pretty sure he was calling her Millie. Because it's Millhouse and Millicent. So, they're both Millie, I guess. That's funny. Yeah, I think you're right. That sounds right. Funny thing is, I was just in that dungeon, too. I like the other side. Gotta say it all. Zendalari-like, troll-like. I like that dungeon. It's a good one. Another burial urn? Stop with the burial urns. Oh well. Pristine Bellows, nice! Congrats! That's awesome. That's from the Ogre Clan one, or Ogre Clan, maybe the Ogres, but it's from the Orc one, right? The Draenor Clan? That one I finished pretty quickly. I finished the Draenor Clans, or whatever it was. Ogre mostly went through quick until the last couple, and then Erikoa was pretty slow. Millhouse, Jeremus Manastorm, and Maleficent Manastorm. Such a power couple. They really are. That's right, I forgot his middle name is Jeremus. That's right, because she gets mad at him and says his full name, like all three. That's so hilarious to me. Millhouse has always been with the Twilight Hammer cult. I feel like the Twilight Hammer and Primalist would team up. They might. I don't know. I'm honestly a little unsure where... Because the Primalists, quote-unquote, work with the what do you call them? The Incarnates? So I'm unsure if they're actually, like, in cahoots with the old gods or not. Because, like, by default, they would be. Just because the elements did, at one point, might still adhere to the old gods. Because of the elemental lords being owned by them during the Black Empire. But I don't know if they still would be. I'm a little unsure of what that's all about. Where are we at here? Yep, I'm in Draenor for now. Nice. Well, good luck, and I hope it works out. Kraken, can I ask how you avoid burnout? Well, I'm definitely not immune to it, I can tell you that. I am a wee bit burnt out on some things right now, but I guess the thing with me is, like, I can't necessarily avoid burnout, but when I am burnt out a little, I don't burn out so hard that I stop playing. I still love the game at its core. I just tend to get burnt out with things that irritate me. And I just don't do those things for a while, if that makes sense. But I never really completely quit. I'm assuming you're referring to playing World of Warcraft, because I know I have expressed many dislikes for the current expansion. But I also look at World of Warcraft as a whole. It's not just a single expansion. If I don't like Dragonflight, then I'm over here doing archaeology. I'm gonna go farm some old raids. You know? I've got other things I could do in the meantime. And I'll probably enjoy Dragonflight more when I don't have to focus on its story. I'll enjoy it as side content later. In 11.0, Dragonflight will be Legacy. So, you know. That's probably how I technically avoid it, really. At least from the quitting aspect of burning out. Because, right, like, you know, to be honest, right now, I am a little burnt out. I'm a little frustrated with my YouTube channel's progress. I'm not happy with it. I'm really frustrated with their direction and philosophy on how leveling works and how it's kind of treated. I don't really like how they're treating, or rather not even acknowledging, a lot of legacy stuff. There's a lot of things I can complain about, but there's still a lot of things I love about World of Warcraft. And I know I would regret taking a break because I would miss it. I mean, I want to keep playing it. I just play different parts of it when I get burnt out with the stuff that I am burnt out with. So I hope that makes sense. Also, can you still collect all the past artifact skins via the class hall now? You can indeed, and how would you go about that on a new toon? I'm trying to get my sister into WoW and she likes the idea. Well, it's actually a lot easier than you think. If you want all the artifact skins, the only artifact skins you cannot still get are the Mage Tower specific ones from Legion. But all the other ones you can still get, which is good. And, honestly, I would probably say, first things first, go through all the order halls on all your classes that you want to do it on. Finish the order hall first. And then, like, finish the rep for those characters. And you can do so with time walking too. Time walking badges if you don't want to farm the rep. And once you've gotten like that taken care of, look into what's left and then look up what they are on Wowhead. Because they're actually not as complicated to get as you might think. The only ones that might be a little more complex are like the this side up achievement, but you only need to do that once. The hidden ones, they're special per spec. Those are a little more complex. But it's really not too bad. Just kind of like go for it for now, honestly, and enjoy it. And then when you kind of run into a wall, then I would say to like look it up on Wowhead and see what you're missing. Because a lot of it will just kind of fall into your hands, honestly. They did a pretty good job with it, I think. What don't you like about leveling? It's too fast/simple? No, it's the opposite. It's too slow and too imbalanced and too complex. So, I would get into it, but it would take me a couple hours to explain to you how it works, what I don't like about it, what I don't like about their philosophies, and, you know, that'd be a whole podcast on its own. So. Because you gotta remember, too, for you lovely folks, you're just seeing it from a average player consumer side of it. You just play it and do it, and like that's usually kind of the best way to go about things. I'm looking at it from a guide maker's perspective, where I have cataloged data from every single zone, for every single bracket. I see the changes as the expansions go on, and I talk with devs and like community leaders with Blizzard, and I know their philosophies firsthand and like what things change and, you know, stuff like that. I'm in a lot of a deeper of a level, so I see the flaws, if that makes sense. Kind of like an artist who sees their own flaws, but the people that look at it who aren't artists don't see the flaws, is how I would probably put it. So if you think leveling is absolutely fine, then you have nothing to be worried about. So I wouldn't be too concerned. Right, okay, I wouldn't have thought that since you have so many guides on leveling fast and stuff, so I thought you zoomed through. Well, keep in mind, too, I don't level for speed. I don't do speed leveling. I'm not a speed leveler. I just do guides for, like, efficient leveling. Because I definitely don't claim anywhere to be the fastest or to be a speed leveler, because I am not. That's not my thing. So, I approach everything as a average, non-speed leveling person that wants to level efficiently and not take half my life to get one character up, if that makes sense. And it can be easily repeatable. So, anything that's easily accessible by all players of all levels, with the exception of new players. But, you know. So, that's how I look at it. If you do a certain quest line in Legion Dalaran, you find out that people hated Arthas so much they left his body in ICC, but in turn you get a mailbox toy. Nice. Isn't efficient and speed the same thing? No, it's definitely not. You can be really efficient and not be fast. And you can be really fast and not be very efficient about it. It's definitely not the same thing. You're pretty darn fast if I recall. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so. I definitely don't match speed levelers' times at all. I'm a good few hours apart from them. But, you know, I appreciate that you think that, though. This feels so philosophical. It really kind of is, honestly. Like, that's kind of the problem when you want to get me to deep dive on stuff like this, because it kind of turns into philosophy. I don't mean it to, but I get very deep and involved with my stuff, with my guides, with my work. I take it very seriously, so yeah, apologies. It's just because I really care about it, so, you know. And maybe I shouldn't care so much, but I don't know. I'm very much that person that when I really like something, I want to try to put it to its best. I want to see it do its best, and so I put my best forward, if that makes sense. Maybe too much. Sometimes maybe to my detriment. But I don't know. That's just how I am as a person. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to use some Goblin Gator now, apparently. Goblin Glider to farm, to go from quest to quest or something a bit cheesy. But for just playing the game, I remember you being fast. Oh, well, thank you. I am pretty proud of my times. Like, time is something I take into consideration. But I don't try to obliterate it with, things I consider to be not easily repeatable. Because, like, I guess you could say what separates me from an actual speed leveler is a speed leveler will do literally everything in their power to use every item and piece of gold available to get the fastest possible time. Like, all the items that you could, like, speed, like the gliders and potions and buffs galore and enchants and crafted gear, and, you know, that becomes very, very expensive. And they also usually wait for the stars to align with, like, War Mode at its highest buff, or Darkmoon Fair to be available, and, like, the holiday buffs. Sometimes anniversary. Why do you think you see a lot of speed leveling videos go up or during the anniversary? That's another buff. But that comes once a year. The only buff I actually test my stuff with is War Mode. I don't even use rested bonus usually. Like, I have it as a option. Like in my newest one, I kind of toy with it, but I do all of my testing without rested, because I try to take the position of, if someone wants to use my guide, they want to do it from start to finish, and you're gonna get different results. So, you know. Dabs redeemed hydrate, posture check, and stretch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. Water is good. And stretching, and also posture check. And I'm standing today, so my posture's already pretty good. Because standing really has just been better for my back. I love my chair, don't get me wrong, but I'm a lot more energetic when I stand up too, so that's something kind of interesting. Yeah, based on that definition, I don't think many people want to be speed runners, but rather be efficient, as you put it. Yeah, that's kind of why I've been trying to somewhat make that distinction, because a lot of people will assume that because I am trying to account for time, that I am a speedrunner, which is not the case. Like, if using a Hearthstone here will mean I save 5 minutes, sure, I'll do that. But, like, to the extent of getting every buff possible and, like, stacking the best crafted gear, that's too much work. I like things that are easily repeatable, easily accessible, and, like, with enough patience, anyone could do it. I mean, sure, anyone could technically do a speedrunning video, but that's a lot more intensive, I think. I do want to thank you for making me take on Prop Pally as my main and do a lot of things on them. Oh yeah? Have you been enjoying it? I have unintentionally corrupted a lot of people to Prop Paladin. It just, like, I love all the classes in WoW, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to just going out, soloing things, not caring about your gear, and just doing whatever, my Prop Paladin is really unbeatable. I have a hard time replacing him, let me tell you. Ain't no one got time for waiting around and spend hours and weeks to prep a character. Nah, just go to menu screen, create level 1, let's go. Exactly! And that's exactly the mindset I try to keep in mind, because that's what I do. If I want to make a new character, I don't want to wait 10 days for rested. I don't want to figure out my crafted gear. I just make the character, mog them, put on my heirlooms, then mog them, get some bags, pick a mount, and go. You know? So, and if I want that character up fairly quickly, I'll use my guide. That's what my roots are for. I use them myself. But if I don't care and I just want to level wherever, you don't have to use the guide. That's the best part. You can technically, like, if you're not being super critical about the state of chromie time and leveling as a whole, from a very face value perspective, it's okay. It's in a pretty good state. It's not bad, you know? Compared to what it used to be, like, before we had chromie time, yeah, it's miles better. It's just, I'm the person that's like, there's always room for improvement. These are the critical points that I think could be improved on. And when I bring that to people's attention, and the ones who make it disagree with me, I feel a little salty. You know? Because I take my work very seriously. A lot of speed leveling loses me when they're like, die and take res sickness to save like 10 seconds. I just imagine my character looking at me and being like, no, I'll just get on my mount for a sec. Right? Exactly, I know. Because that's min-maxing is what it is. And I don't have that min-maxing mentality. I kind of do to a point within my leveling guides, because I take my leveling routes very seriously. But, like, other than that, that's why I like to say I'm just mildly efficient, as opposed to, like, super min-max, because that sucks the fun out of it for me, you know? Like, is there technically probably a more efficient way to do what I'm doing right now? Yes. But do I want to? No. I'm enjoying being in WoD. I'm enjoying running around talking to you guys. You know. So you like 'em easy, eh? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Geez, NGC, come on. Yeah, I do. And then there are the crazies like me who level 5 alts through the garrison daily. All are level 54 now. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if that's what you like, by all means, go for it. Wait, how are you leveling through the garrisons? On what daily quest? Profession quest? It's with the, what do you call that thing? It's with the mission board table, isn't it? Isn't there something to do with that? I had seen a guide on that once. It just didn't quite appeal to me, so I didn't look into it too much. I love a lot of my characters with these Stormwind cooking fishing dailies, plus these seasonal event dailies. It's not fast, but I'm not in a rush. See? Exactly. You nailed it, Zandia. Is that efficient? No. Do you care? No, because that's how you enjoy it. It doesn't matter. Uh, exactly. The daily ore in the war bunker. Oh, okay. Smart, smart. I see it. Oh, that gives XP? Yes, I didn't even consider that. That's smart. That's right, because the mission table version was nerfed or taken out, wasn't it? I don't remember. People have done so many things with the garrison over the years, I don't remember. Kraken-chan. Hello, Sun Eater. Welcome, Sun Eater. Soon? Is it soon? Soon. I don't remember. Coon. Kraken? No. Apologies. My terminology is a little weak. I don't remember what I would call you. Oh well. Right, okay, I'll check that. Never heard of it. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that either. That's interesting. BRB, gotta text me, Papa. Well, tell your Papa you love him. Yep, 7,500 per hand in. Interesting. That's not bad. That's good numbers right there too. That's equivalent of a big old chunky quest. Interesting. War Bunker is Alliance. Yeah, I think there's a Horde version of it. I don't remember what it's called though. Your BFF has come to give the slime cuddles. Are you my BFF now? Really? That's news to me. Wink, wink. Welcome back, Dabs. What is it for Horde? Oh, I don't remember what it is for Horde. Well, whatever the outpost is that has like, I can see it in my head, but I don't remember what it's called. It's the same equivalent. It's the one that you like pick up the get the armor and stuff from, right? Like the transmog that you can turn into scraps and stuff for. It's that, isn't it? Can't remember. As a result of that, I had 26 level 60 characters. I've been getting to level 70 over 2 time walking weeks. Nice, congrats. Time walking is definitely a good way to level 60 to 70. They've really fixed the issues I had with it from Shadowlands. It was too difficult, and it just wasn't worth it. Like, I don't need things to be, you know, piss easy, but when it's so difficult, you might as well be doing a frickin' Mythic Plus. It's a little different, you know? Yes, because I just said it. I'll take it. You ordered the follower equipment. Yep. Okay, cool. Yep. Perfect. Been a while since I'd done those. I had swapped them out for... I don't recall what I have now. I haven't really done a whole lot with my alts and garrisons in quite some time. I have them available. I like having them all set up, but like, I don't really use them for much besides being there. To be honest. Alright, let's see here. Where are we headed? Patalador. Can I use a map? I can. Before we leave Spires. Erico, please. Gosh darn it. Veilzek. I think that one says unknown, but I think that one's a Arakoa one. We have an Apexis crystal. Please, please, please. Please, pristine. Pretty, please. Please. Because once this pristines, I don't have to leave yet. I want to use up my keystones for VoD first, because I have a whole bunch. And they're cheaper than the mop ones. But once this pristines, I can just do all the dig sites and not have to worry about it. And I can start funneling all of my restored artifacts into Mogu and Pandaren instead. Because that's, you know, need that too. After this dig site, we might take a short break though, because I really need to go to the bathroom. And I might make a coffee as well. That sounds kind of good. I feel like I could use one today. Oh yeah, did my explanation help, Binge Bear? I don't remember if you answered or not. My explanation of how I appear to avoid burnout? Because I know it's probably not the answer you want to hear, it's just, you know. Because I'm definitely not immune to burnout, so that's... Because like right now, I'm definitely pretty... I'm a little fizzled. No, thanks so much. It really helps. Oh, good. I'm glad. Because, yeah. Sometimes it helps to hear other people's kind of how they view things. And honestly, that's how I keep playing, because I don't play for the newest expansion, I play for the game as a whole. And there's so much to do, since I'm a collector and an RPer, there's always something for me to go back and do. Like, I'm never caught up. Like, to some people that might be stressful, but I kind of like that. Just because it means it just keeps going. I always have something to do. I'm not sitting here picking my nose going, gee, I have collected every single piece of Mog. I have every single mount. No. There's so much. What kind of RP do I do? I don't really know the categories, honestly. I just RP with Canary. It'd be, I guess I could say it's solo. Not solo. It's duo RP. It's one-on-one. I don't RP with groups or with the community. I'm kind of private about a lot of my RP stuff, to be honest. I RP with Canary over Discord. So we don't actually RP in the game, but a lot of what's in the game does influence our characters. And we're pretty, I don't want to say loose with the lore. We do adhere to a lot of it. I don't know what the proper terms are for that, because I don't RP with other people much. So, hopefully that helps. I'm struggling with the current content. So nice to have some reassurance that I can play past content and not feel bad about it. Yeah. Never play about playing Legacy. Like, don't. That's kind of the best part about WoW. Like, regardless of what people say, right now, we have 18 plus years. I think we're at 18 years, something like that, of World of Warcraft in existence. Like, sure, they've removed some things. But honestly, the stuff that has been removed, the FOMO stuff from WoW, is pretty small percentage compared to the overall stuff that's still in the game. I mean, look at it this way. Have you gone back to Outland and farmed the Netherwing rep for the Netherwing Drakes? Have you got the Netherwing Rays? Have you got all the transmog out of Burning Crusade dungeons? Like, you know, when you start looking at pieces like that, you realize, wow, there's a lot. You know? There's a lot in this game. And if you have done those, you know, look at a different expansion. Or check out the auction house. Maybe look into making a little bit of gold so you can buy pets off the auction house or something. Or maybe get into pet collecting. Or there's so much in this game. That's why I know I get questions a lot like, what do you do if you don't raid Mythic Plus in PvP? I'm like, well, I do the other 3/4 of the game. The reputation, the collecting of transmog mounts and pets and titles. I do the leveling. I experience the story. I love the story of the zones. Like, you know, I love the lore of WoW. I love the different races, everything behind them, the cosmic lore of like the gods and goddesses, the titans, Elune. There's so much to it. And I love it. So even when WoW is not, like, the most current expansion is not my jam, I still love the franchise as a whole. So it doesn't deter me from it, even if it does kind of annoy me a little. Dang it! No Pristine. That's the one I needed. Oh well. We also have access to the old stuff through Classic and Wrath servers now. We do. I really wish they were like... I really wish, like, Classic WoW was in an option that we could do in retail. Like, we just chromie time it or something. I don't really like starting over and doing a totally new game. But at least that option is there for folks who don't mind that. They introduce catch-up content for current stuff pretty often, too. They do, which is also why I'm never really concerned about grinding up front. I mean, like, a prime example right now is, what's that stuff called? Elemental Overflow? The currency that you get from the primal invasions across the Dragon Isles. Well, apparently, in the next patch, this is why I like reading patch notes for stuff that's coming, apparently, that's going to be a lot more abundant in the new zone that we're getting. So, I don't have to go grind those primal invasions I didn't really want to. I can just do rares and stuff that I feel like is more fun. And it's just because I was patient, you know? That's why I do a lot of my grinds in the last year of an expansion. Because of the catch-up stuff. There's always catch-up stuff. Because Blizzard doesn't want people falling behind, and I respect that. But I use that for me. You know? It's pretty great. If you love the franchise, are you going to play the new Warcraft experiences like Warcraft Arclight Rumble? No, just because I'm not really into, like... When I say the franchise, I mean, like, the main stuff. Like the Warcraft RTSs, the original Warcraft 2 and 3, and then the MMO, and then all the books and stuff that go with it. I'm not really into, like, PvP or, like, card games. And Arclight Rumble is like a PvP type thing, isn't it? I'm not super into that sort of stuff myself, because it also does come down to playstyle. I'm not really into that, but it's interesting. I like, you know, the stuff, the visuals that are coming out of it. I like the lore, if there's going to be any new lore that comes out of it too. Like Hearthstone lore is very fascinating, because it doesn't take itself super seriously. And that's what makes it kind of fun. And sometimes they pull from Hearthstone lore and put it in WoW, and I love that. So, you know. I'm not sure. I think it's more of a PvE thing. I think it's more single player. Well, let me look it up real quick, because I remember I looked at it and I didn't quite like it. Arclight Rumble. Let's see what this is. Let me find the description of it. Warcraft Arclight Rumble. It's a mobile action strategy game set within the Warcraft universe where collectible minis come to life to battle frantic melee players. Okay, yeah. So it's a MOBA. Isn't that what a MOBA is? Define MOBA. Multiplayer online battle arena. Okay, so it's not a MOBA, but yeah, you heard the description. I'm not really into that sort of stuff. It's not a MOBA. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little not up to snuff on a lot of those definitions. But it doesn't seem to, like, I'm not too into it. Like, if it has cool lore, I'll probably look into the lore parts of it. Like, I love the Hearthstone lore, but otherwise, no. Probably not going to play it. Not quite my style of game. Hearthstone isn't canon, isn't it? Or is it? No, Hearthstone is technically not canon. The whole Hearthstone stuff is not canon. But they do take stuff out of it sometimes for fun ideas in World of Warcraft itself. Because it's kind of like, they kind of use it like, with hats off, what if we did this? Like, one of my favorite is like Shadow Reaper Anduin. Oh, he's so cool! He's a freaking like Shadow Priest version of himself, and I absolutely love it. But it's stuff like that, like it's fun, you know? Where they can have fun with it, and they don't have to worry about affecting the lore. Yeah, it's a kind of a what if alternate universe, exactly. Kraken, please never well, server. Kraken, please never think I'm telling you what... Never think I am telling you what to do is a suggestion. But would you ever consider a video that shows new players where they can unlock LFR from past expansions? Again, just a suggestion. Well, Binge Bear. I happen to have one. Let me go find it for you, because yes. Brr, brr, brr. Let me find it for you. I have done that video. It's fairly... I did it back in... Let's see. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Epic Mock. There it is. Here you go. I have it right here. And that covers how to queue for all of the current expansions that have LFR. The Shadowlands LFR is not yet available, but when that does become available, I'll add it to the... I'll do a new version of that video and add it to it. So, that covers them all. And I cover what wing does what, because the wings for each... Because they're separate for LFR when you queue it with the NPC. Some of them aren't very clear if you don't have them memorized. So, I cover what's what raid. So hopefully that helps. And don't worry, like, if you want to suggest or request I do something, by all means, it doesn't bother me. I mean, worst I could do is say no. Or maybe later. So don't feel bad about asking me to do something. Some great ideas come from you folks, so I'm totally happy to consider it, at the very least, you know? So don't feel bad. Not at all. Good day. I hope you were having a good one. I am. I'm having a pretty good day so far. Stream is always fabulous and spiritually uplifting, shall we say. So I'm having a good day. I hope you are as well, Overlord Ted. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Oh yeah, I was going to take a break because I really need to go to the bathroom. I forgot. Oh well. We'll do that in a minute. Hearthstone's Explorers League characterization is great. Reno Jackson and Sir Finley Mergton are fun characters, right? And I think those two characters they put in Legion too. I don't know if they were in Hearthstone first or if they were in WoW first, but you can do some of their quests in Legion over in, was it Stormheim? I think it's Stormheim. Okay, if we can do a request, a dance-off versus Canary. It has to be a guide, not... Oh man. I think if Canary danced, she'd break a hip. I say that because I know she's probably listening. I know, I'm mean. Request number 2, talk like a Naga for 10 minutes, do land dwellers. Oh, that'd be difficult, man. Reno shows up in the Valdraken speakeasy quest sometimes. That's right, you're right. Yeah. Yep. Canary heard. She heard my insult. She just sent me a Angry Bird fluff gif on Discord. I won't lie. I kind of wish we could use gifs here in this chat. I know it would get messy, but I have grown very fond of gifs lately. I really do. Thanks for all the YouTube videos. You inspired my alt army, and I was a recovered alcoholic. Oh well, you're very welcome. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help. You have some gifs. Yeah, but those aren't really gifs though. They're just animated emojis. I mean like a full-on, like, you know, Discord style gif. Oh, altaholic. Okay. You are very welcome. Is it GIFs or GIFs? Let the big debate commence. I don't know. Didn't like the creator come out on it and say like it's GIFs? I don't know. It's a G, so I say GIF. That's what I've always called it. I never really cared. Texture redeemed stretch. Yes. Stretch, everybody. Stretch. Stretching is good for you. Yes. Thank you, Tix. Thank you. With a G, so GIF. Or, so GIF. See, I did it with the G, so GIF. I don't remember. I think the creator had said that it's GIF, like with a J, but I don't know, man. I don't care either way. That's one of those letters that can be said either way, so like... Ugh. Evening, my lovely Kraken. Well, hello, Tix. Evening to you as well. Welcome. And perfect timing. I was moments from going on a break. You nailed it. I usually go on a break around the hour-and-a-half mark-ish. So, you nailed it. Go pee. I'm about to. I'm gonna finish this little dig site first. I will. Because I really gotta go. I'm doing the pee-pee dance. Jeez. I say if the creator calls something stupid, I think society can change it. Understandable. I could agree with that. Like, as a creator, that would annoy me, but as a consumer, I get it. So, like, there's definitely two sides there. I get it. There we go. Okay, dig site complete. It's a G! Easy, creator told that is GIF. Is it GIF or is it GIF? Oh, the written language. I think it stands for Graphics Interchange Format, so graphics. Yeah, I think that's what that sounds right. I'd believe you. I'd go for it. Alright, well, it is break time. I really need to go to the bathroom. I've been putting it off for too long. And I'm gonna get a coffee, too. So you all take a break, go love your dog or cat or something, touch grass. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. I am back a Reno. Got my coffee, went to the bathroom. I am good to go for a while. Let's see. And I need to buy more maps. So let's go to Legion first. Zeratech redeemed Hydrate. Well, don't you worry, I just did. I hydrated because I refilled my water. Be good. And I made a coffee. So I've got all the liquids. Don't you worry. Took too long, remember our little thing? Well, you've been coming in a little later before. I usually go exactly an hour and a half, so technically I took a break early today. It's just now, at the half-hour mark. Alright, let's see here. So let's do all of ARCHAEOLOGY except... Well, we'll do all of it, because I'll get a few back. So, max. I'll get a couple back. I only need a couple, Only need a couple... crate thingies. Alright, let's see if it's gonna be nice. Let's see if it's gonna be nice. Right, got a kitty for him. Let's see if it decides to be nice. Okay, don't need the hieroglyph. Don't need that. Looks like the sundial is next. Okay. Don't need the sundial. Come on, you know you want to. Pex's crystal. Pristine, 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 pristine. Oh, still no pristine. I'm in pain. Still no pristine. It's okay. It's okay. Hello, Teepachi. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. How are you doing? It's going alright. I only need one more pristine from VoD, and it is not being very nice to me, let me tell you, but that's alright. That's how it be sometimes. Gotten the, solve I need a few times now, multiple times yesterday too, but it just don't want to. Teepachi subbed. Thank you so much for the sub. I super appreciate your support, and thanks to folks like you supporting me, I can keep working and doing what I'm doing. So thank you so much for your sub and support. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Nope, can't solve that one. Alright, back to Ashran. Buy a couple maps. I'll rewrite. I'll use one and see if we can hopefully get some ARCHAEOLOGY going on. And then, whether we do or don't, we will carry on. We will continue. Alright. Back to VoD. Give, 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 give. That's okay. Alright. Over here. Always miss this guy. Come here, you. Give me a couple maps. I still got 3 minutes on it. Alright, well, that's fine. Kills me that it freaking, well, you know. That it has a 30-minute cooldown on it. So, since I only need the one pristine, and it's gonna take a while, and unfortunately, the dig sites really don't randomize very well. They like stacking, and I do have a lot of keys. I could probably even buy some more, to be honest. I think what I'm gonna start doing is I am going to keep doing stuff here in VoD, and I will get ARCHAEOLOGY as it comes across my lap. And instead, I'm going to start stuffing all of my restored artifacts that I get from VoD here into the Pandaren stuff. Because let me tell you, I have farmed the crap out of those, and I think, unless you do the Mantid farm specifically, which is kind of better focusing on one thing and not multiple things like I need from Pandaria, I'm noticing that the VoD dig sites go a lot faster than most of the Pandaria ones. I seem to get more stuff out of them, so I think I'm going to do that. Start adjusting a little bit. Real shame they haven't continued archaeology. I like all the little lore items. Yes, I agree. Same. That's like the best part of it. Like the RNG kind of blows, but the two things I love about archaeology is one, the lore items. Lots of fun lore items. Great little tidbits on all the different races and stuff. And it gets you out in the world. It's a world activity. That's kind of one thing, like, I like professions, but besides gathering, at least for crafting, for the most part, if you're not farming all of your own mats, you just kind of sit in a city and craft stuff, which really isn't too exciting for me. I like being out in the world doing stuff. So that's why I like archaeology so much, I think. You're actually out here doing things. Like, you're just digging, and one day you find Queen Ashara's dressing gown. That's crazy. I know, right? And it's so pretty, too. And you can mog it. That's, like, the best part. You're just digging around, and suddenly there's this epic item from a past lore character. Even ones that are still alive, and you're like, whoa! You know? It's great. It's a nice feeling. Hey now, you also need to farm recipes. I mean, sure, but a lot of recipes you can just get off the auction house. Of course, there are some BOP recipes, but that's how I get a lot of my recipes. She's a tentacle lady now. She doesn't need it anymore. Exactly. She'd rip her dress if she tried. That's okay. Oh yeah, so hope you all are prepared to just kick back and relax for a while, because it's Archaeology Day 8, and well, it's being a bit of a pain, so we're just gonna start kind of playing into that. Off topic, but your druid transmog looks nice against the aesthetics of this zone. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. This is my main druid. He's my main boy. I made his set, I guess, back in Legion, and it really hasn't changed since, because I love his set, and I'm just not gonna probably not gonna change it. I'm too pleased with it, so I'm glad you like it. Thank you. One of the bop recipes is for Vial of the Sands. I'm still trying to get that. Yep, and that's specifically from archaeology, which is pretty funny. That's why this character is also an alchemist. He hasn't gotten it yet, but one of my alt characters that I've been leveling with archaeology to farm the 5 rare items I still need has gotten it, unfortunately. So like, well, I guess that character is an alchemist now. Oh well. Night Elf / Druid stuff always looks best. That staff, I know, right? And unfortunately, this staff is from the Mage Tower for Restoration Druid back in Legion. So you can't get this one anymore, but ugh, as Resto, that was a rough one. I think I had the hardest time for the healers for Holy Paladin and Restoration Druid. Just because I had to have such a high throughput for those. Really. Woof. That challenge is rough. Rough. Yes, I did the Healer Mage Tower for Pally during Legion. It was so difficult. Yes, thank you. Good heavens. I struggled so hard because the crit on my main wasn't very high. I actually did the, it's actually the only one I didn't do on a main character. Holy Paladin I had to do on an alt. And it was only because I was raiding Horde at the time with that character. So I had slightly higher crit on that one, and I was able to use that to muscle through that challenge. That was rough. I didn't want to redo that one on my main, so oof. Oof. Glad I got it though. I wasn't taking no for an answer. I was like, I'm getting this skin whether it kills me. It almost killed me, but I got it. No regrets. Because those are some good skins, and I really feel bad for folks that weren't able to get all of them, because... Oh, they're gorgeous. They're some of my favorite weapons in the game, honestly. They really are. Alright. Have you seen the class-specific data mine weapons that look a lot like artifact weapons? I have! They're really cool! Like those Death Knight ones? Oh! Need. Have they said where they come from yet? Because, like, I haven't seen any sources, just the fact that they exist. And I'm really thrilled. I hope we get more class, not just class-specific, like, transmog, but I want some more class lore. Because, like, I'm not super into the faction stuff. I'm not super into, like, the racist... funny to put it that way. The race-specific, I guess, stuff. I'm more into, like, classes. Like, I love the classes in WoW. They have such rich, deep lore. Are those all in Frostfire? Wow. Alright. Let's take a flight point. And I want to see more of that. I think that's part of the reason I loved frickin'... Legion so much, is because of that class expansion. It really was the class expansion. So, I had a grand old time with that. Only one I remember vividly was for the Thunderfury Blessed Blade of the Wind with Seeker's skin. That was fun for Outlaw. It's pretty funny that Outlaw got it too, honestly. Wowhead thinks it might be a new Mage Tower rotation reward or something, but it'd be so cool from some class lore quest lines. Yeah, I agree. I hope they don't just slap it on Mage Tower. I already don't really want to do more Mage Tower stuff, because I already did it back when it was live, and I don't want to do it again, even though it's got new stuff on it now. I was done with it. I felt satisfied being done with it, you know? I did all 36 specs, okay? Doesn't that count for something, Blizzard? Jeez, throw me a bone here. Man. Oh well. Who knows? I would prefer class quest lines personally, but we'll see what they do with it. I would do anything for the Red Scythe of the Unmaker Mog. Ugh. Well, the best part is that is only Mythic Argus. So at some point, we'll be able to easily get past Mythic ANR. I think, honestly, ANR is the only issue on Mythic. Everything else I think is okay. And then we can, you know... start farming that. Just trust me. I want that one really badly. I want the blue version too. I have farmed the crap out of the blue version when it was current. And even in BFA, when it was still doable before the squish. No dice. Oh well. I feel like they really bring back that unique class-specific feeling that Legion had. Exciting. Yes. Yes, I agree. I'm looking forward to it so bad. Did you get a feat of strength if you had all 36 specs in Legion? I think so? Is feat of strength character specific? I guess it wouldn't be if this case. Let me look. Whoops. Getting crazy here. Feat of strength. If I did, what it would be called? I feel like yes, but I'm not sure. I will try. If I have it, if it is a thing. Dungeons, what would it be under? Events? Events, maybe? Let's see here. So I do have all the skins. I wanted them really badly. Death Rising. Let's try a specific... In fact, I'll Google it, see if there even is one. Wow. Legion Mage Tower... feat of strength. Legion time walking. Well, there's one Mage Tower feat of strength. All 36 challenges complete. Talking about people who did Mage Tower in Legion aren't getting a special feat of strength for that, and they shouldn't. Well, that's kind of a weird opinion, but all right. Apparently not. Let's look at Mage Tower. Tower of Towers, Tower of Success. That's for Torghast. I guess not. I don't think there is. There might not be. I know there's one for the new one. Horseman Reigns. Keystone. It's my Keystone stuff. Iron Docks. Raids. There's my ahead of the curve stuff. My artifacts. PvP. The few little PP I've done. Reputation. Anniversaries. What was 9th anniversary? Yeah. Promotions? No, I don't see anything for it. I don't think there is one. The thing I just saw said that there wasn't one on a blue post. Yeah, I know the new one too. Just curious about the old one now that you're mentioning it. I guess there isn't. I thought there was, but I guess there isn't. I hadn't really paid attention because I wanted the MOG, not so much the achievement. I don't know. I guess not. That's odd. You get at least an achievement for doing all 12 Order Hall campaigns, so why not for all Mage Towers? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I could have sworn there was, but I guess not. I do have them all. Whether you believe me or not, I don't care. I have the MOG at the end of the day, and that's what I care about. I could at some point show them all to you if you want. I loves them. They are gorgeous. I think the hardest ones for me were like definitely a couple of the healer ones. The Frost Mage I had a hard time with. Frost Death Knight I had a hard time with. And I think probably Affliction Warlock. Which is funny because I like Affliction. I struggled with that one. Lol, we believe you? Okay. If you say so. Is the Prop Pally one hard? It probably is now. It wasn't too bad when it was current. But that's because it was geared for legendaries and stuff. Like, the thing too, the other thing about that is you could out-gear it back when it was current because it didn't scale you. And that was partly how I got some of it. Some of them were fairly easy because I out-geared it on my raiding mains. Can't do that now. Yeah. So it's probably hard now. I got almost done with phase 1 after a few attempts in the new one, but I just don't have the vigor for it. I didn't push too hard with the new one because it just, I don't know, I don't want to do it again. I already did it, you know? Blech. Rogue sub I struggled with for Xylem. Yeah, Xylem was a rough one. I don't recall if I struggled with sub specifically. But I think, because Frost Death Knights had Xylem too, right? That was a hard fight. He was hard with all the, like, the orbs and shit around the room. That one was rough. Oh yeah, the only new one I did was for the Philbear because Philbear. I do want to do that one especially. Like, I will do them eventually. I'm just not, I don't have the drive for it right now. I honestly don't. Pristine stone dentures. Yes, I got those last night. I did a very short, oh, okay, this is weird. I did a very short late night stream last night. And I did get the pristine stone dentures. I did get those. The only pristine I still need is the Apexus crystal. So, nailed that one last night, shockingly. In fact, it was kind of funny because I freaked out. I was so excited, and then my internet became unstable. So it was like, it was great timing for those of you that know. Those of you that were there was pretty funny. It was frustrating, but funny. Alright. Okay. Ooh, a stretch. What? Alright. Ding ding. The overwhelming joy was too powerful. It was! I started making monkey noises. I was so excited. Because that gave me the ogre achievement. That was the last pristine I needed for the ogre part of the achievement. Now I just need the last Arakoa one, and that'll give me the Arakoa achievement and the Draenor meta. So, Yeah, I was freaking out last night. It's pretty funny. The VoD is still there. I didn't actually watch like how much of the VoD actually kept my freak out, but you know. I was like, woo! It was like, woo, I got the prestige, screw the stream. No, not intentionally. My internet, I think, I had forgotten that my internet is a little unstable between like 10 and midnight, which is like right when I was streaming last night. I think that's when the satellite must adjust just enough to where it doesn't quite line up right or something during that period of time, so. After like the 4th time of the stream going down, I was like, alright, forget it. But, it's okay. But as soon as she got back, as she realized, yep, exactly. Spamming the Culling of Stratham for my shield mug is hell. It will just not drop. I know the pain. Especially Culling of Stratham, because if I remember right, there's a lot of RP in that. And it takes a little while. So you're like, alright, can we do this, please? Did you see the data mine Scarlet Crusade helmet, shoulders, and belts? Looking so good! Yes! Yes, just want an influx of all these new transmog. Wow, it's a dress-up game. Ah, yes, thank you! I agree, Tapachi. I'm so excited for it, especially the Scarlet stuff. I want it so freaking bad. Ugh! I'm a big Scarlet fan, so, you know. It kinda doesn't help. But WoW really is a dress-up game. That's one of the major reasons I play it, to be honest. I like the story, I like the collections, and I especially love the transmog. I know, I'm such a child, but hey. You know, I do what I want. Alright. Perfect. Good coffee, too. Like we said, doing a lore enlightening questline and getting a cool themed transmog is the best thing the game could have. Agreed! That's like top tier right there, because that combines my two favorite things. The lore and story, and collecting a transmog. Like, those two groups, when they're just... And especially when it's class-specific stuff, because, like, I love that. I love the class stuff. I need more Blizzard. Please make order halls relevant again. Class order halls were the bomb. Please, and thank you, and have a nice day. Also, when the weapons look like they have lore meaning, not just some massive glowy saber. Exactly! They're like intricate and like specially designed, and you're like... Somebody lore-wise made this with tender love and care, or formed it in the fires of Ragnaros or something badass. Like, I mean, what is the meaning behind this intricate weapon? I want it. Whatever they are. Because the weapon is part of the look too, you know? That's why these back pieces, as much as I like the new back pieces, a lot of them hide your weapon. If it's on your back, and it drives me nuts, because I'm like, dude, the weapon's part of the look. Do you think I actually use this staff? No, it's for show. Yes. I had the thing that lets you buy from Scarlet Crusade vendor in DMF, saw the pitch prices and ditched it. Now that I have more gold, I could kick myself. Oh no, rip. Rip. Well, you can still get it. I know that's still available, but it's not easy to farm, so good luck. They could be mean and put some returning troll mogs into the troll category for Archie. Yeah, I wouldn't surprise that. I mean, honestly, I'd probably like that, but because that would give me more reason to do. In fact, honestly, I think they should. I know people probably wouldn't like that, but if they revamp archaeology and put stuff like that behind it, dude, I would go dig up some ancient troll weapons and be like, check out this thing. I'm gonna go run around swinging it and screaming Tazdingo. You gotta, you know? I don't care if it's covered in dirt. Let me have my fun. I would do it. I would do it. Now that BlizzCon is returning as an in-person event, will you go? No, I'm not really into in-person conventions. I don't like conventions in general. Full of sweaty, smelly people, and I will undoubtedly get sick. I always get sick. Even people with good immune systems get sick, so not really my thing. I'm very introverted, shockingly. But I know a lot of people are hyped for it. I wish I was playing WoW when you had to do the pally quests for mounts and stuff when it was current. Yeah, I kind of wish I was too, just because, like, I want to see attunements again. I did like attunements. They just, like, the way that they can solve that from being annoying is let us have class attunements, armor attunements, weapon, mount attunements, whatever, but let them be unlocked account wide. Like, you do it once for your class, it's unlocked for your class, or whatever, you know? I think that would be a good give and take on that one. I like attunements, I think they're fun. Yes, I like find these pieces, get your sick weapon that was used to slaughter blood elves in wars. Right, like, you know, that type of stuff has history. I love weapons that have history. And you're like, dude, I am holding the X weapon of X villain and or hero that did this event and did this. Maybe if it didn't even fight in a war, maybe this hammer of the first paladin was used to forge, I don't know, the altar in the order hall. It's something cool, you know what I mean? Just, that feels cool. It just feels like it would be neat. I would love to, stuff like that. Archaeology as it stands feels like a gacha game. It really kind of does. It really kind of does. It's triple-layered RNG, and it kind of... That's the part of it that sucks. Love the lore. I love that it gets me out in the world. I don't like the RNG. Oh yeah, me too, Debs. Yes. I'm also an introvert. I will join BlizzCon from the comfort of my own home. Yep, that is precisely how I'm going to be doing it too. I'm going to be doing the online pass again. I've done that every year that they've had it available. And I'm glad that they offer that, because BlizzCon's cool. I just, A, I don't have that kind of money to travel down there, and B, I don't really want to even if I did. So, you know. Good coffee. Also, I hate when they lock beautiful transmog behind raids because I'm not doing that. I feel that. Like, I don't mind waiting the duration of an expansion to not get that transmog because it's current. Totally fine with that. But to me, as soon as an expansion is no longer current, it should be automatically flagged as legacy. And you should be able to go do it solo, personally. It's not current anymore. No one's going to be farming that anymore, unless it's for MOG or achievements. But we have to wait like 3 to 6 years to be able to do it. That seems silly to me, you know? To wait that long. And that's on top of the 2 years during the expansion's lifetime, like when it's current. That seems excessive to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a minority opinion on that, but that just seems excessive. I'm fine with waiting, you know, while it's current, but afterwards, just open it up, please. Yeah, way go when you can watch it from home in your pajamas. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm gonna be doing too. Yes, like those Nathria sets. I had to wait so long just to buy the PvP version. I know, right? Same for PvP. I always wait to get the PvP stuff. I can never get the Elite sets, and that's just how it is, but at least I can buy the Honor and Conquest sets. Eventually. Oh well. Oh well. I know, I can't wait to get the Nathria stuff, because I mean, like, if you look at it this way, from my perspective, I get really excited over new raid mog, and I'm like 10.1. If you haven't seen the 10.1 sets, oh my gosh, go look at them, especially if you love class lore. Ugh, they're amazing. But I look at those sets and go, yes, I can't wait to get those in 3 to 6 years. So, welcome to the life of a solo player. A solo player who doesn't enjoy competitive content. Yeah, kind of blows. At least on that front of it. I mean, I'm not limited to anything else, by anything else. It's just that. That's it. It's kind of my only complaint there. Oh well, oh well. What do you do? Alright. Well, we're getting stocked back up on these here, so that's good. And it looks like a couple ARCHAEOLOGY are finally appearing, so that's also good. Good. Well, at least for 10.1, you'll be able to upgrade them with the new currency. I saw that, but I also still don't really care too much because I don't really care about item level. So unless that gives me new Mog, I don't really care personally. Blizzard tries to make the mythic raid sets look the best, but the heroic version of the raid in ZM looks best to me. Oh yeah, that's the best part. Everyone's definitely got their own opinions. That's the best part. One of the things I've loved is how they introduced some Legion dungeons for Mythic Plus and put some themed transmog in there, like the Nightborn Staves and Rykul Shield. That's the only thing I'd do. Yeah, I feel that. I do love that, though. I love that themed type of stuff. With the new upgrade, System Plus Catalyst, I think you'll be able to get mogs from the raid. I sure hope so. Because it's definitely a nice way. I like the Catalyst system, personally. I do. And the only thing is, I'm wondering how they're going to do it this time around. Because we have, in the last expansion, in Shadowlands, the Catalyst only applied to the last raid because that's when it was introduced. So you couldn't get previous raid gear with it, if I remember right. And I don't know how they're gonna do that this time. Like, is it gonna... Are we not gonna be able to get stuff from this first raid now once the next raid comes out? And it will only ever give us the current stuff because it's technically for tier, not really for transmog. They're just being nice and letting us get transmog. I don't know. And because of that, I like it, but I'm kind of not like super enthused because I don't want to waste my time farming for it unless I have like the time to be able to complete the set before the season changes again. You know what I mean? Because that kind of locks it to seasons if it does it that way. But I don't know how it's going to work. I'm not sure. So, the current upgrade system gives you the Mog too. Oh, that's good. Nice. Good to know. I would like that. I would assume it's only for the current tier. Yeah, that's my assumption. Yeah. I think we should I just think we should all aspire to look pretty and get player housing so we can just sit in our themed houses and our themed transmog and only crawl out to go get more. You sound like me, Tapachi. We are kindred spirits, I think. I'm also thinking I need to start farming this for tier just to get the achieve before it's over. Yeah, probably. It's 10 times faster to get a set via the Catalyst than doing the old-fashioned way by running a raid at 10,000 times and lose the roll. Yeah, pretty much. For sure. But that's kind of the problem, too, is I never have time to farm the Catalyst Mog because it's current content. My best asset is alts, and I'd have to throw a lot of alts to add it because the sources for the Catalyst, I don't really apply to most of them. I can't do the war mode stuff. Like, I don't even know how the tier stuff works from the primal storms. That's included, I guess, but I don't even know how to get that. So I don't know. Bartosh subbed. Thank you for the resub, Bartosh. I super appreciate your continued support. And thanks to you continuing to support me, I can continue to work. So thank you so much. That's super sweet of you. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And coffee sip. Do you have action cam on? I do indeed. I also have an add-on called Dynamic Cam that influences it for situations and stuff. So it's not just the static action cam. Not the action cam is static, just the generic one, I mean. So I do indeed. I do. I like the action cam. It was a wonderful addition from Blizzard. There we go. Oh, hell yeah, I love that. Also Narcissus and the Immersive Quest add-on my favorite. See, I haven't really been able to get into Narcissus personally, but I do really like Immersion. It's the quest one that brings it up into a box here, or wherever you put it. And it has that little head talking. I do like that. I prefer that to the standard quest box. Definitely agree there. Did you ever play WoW with a controller? I did. I did during VoD. I even raided with it. That's back when console port was kind of at its peak to me. The add-on for that. Well, I did. I did a lot of gaming with WoW with a controller. I used a... What was it, a PS2, PS3 controller? One of the PlayStation ones, whatever was current at the time, I don't remember. That's partly why my bars look the way they do, and why I'm used to like shift macros and stuff. Because if you think of it in terms of a controller, you gotta hit a certain like combo of buttons to do certain abilities, and that's how I was treating it. I did that once to level a character, and I thought it was really fun. Felt like playing a beat 'em up game. It really was. Only problem was everything other than combat loot, changing items, going through menus. Yeah, that was the part that kind of turned me off from it, because it doesn't work well with other add-ons, at least console port didn't. It really took over the whole thing, which I get that it kind of has to, it just felt a little clunky in some areas. The second level Storm's gear is good for the Catalyst, so the 1007 tokens can be converted if you have the charges. Well, wasn't there something about the charges in 1007 being removed, and it'll just be open, and we won't have to do the charges quests or whatever anymore? I thought I saw something about that. I didn't look too much into it, so I don't know if it's true or not. I just saw that posted. But yeah, the second level Storm's gear. See, I don't even know how to get the second level Storm's gear, because I don't like the Primalist Storms. But I know in 1007 we're going to be able to get Elemental Overflow a lot better from the new, well, new quotation marks, Forbidden Reach zone. So if it's bought with that, then I'm going to be in good business. So, do you know if it's bought with the Elementor Overflow? Wow. Elemental Overflow. It's such a mouthful of a currency name. Technically, controller would be good for M+, since all you do is combat. True. That is very true. That is a very good point, for sure. It's probably why I enjoyed it with raiding, because I did it for our heroic, normal heroic, and mythic raids, and our mythic dungeons, because we didn't have Mythic Plus in WoD, but we had mythic, just regular mythic dungeons, the weeklies. I enjoyed that. I had to get the LA Overload gear just for the MOG. Is that, like, how do you get that? Like, I know that sounds like a dumb question, but I didn't like the Primal Storms, this version. I liked the pre-patch version better, so I've done them, like, once, and I didn't like it. So, like, how do you get that stuff? Because if it's easier than I'm thinking it is, and we're going to be getting Elemental Overflow in greater abundance in the next patch in 1007, then I might be more excited for 1007 this next week than I think I would be. Because I really do want that MOG. Oh, I missed a thingy. There we go. I'll probably look into that. Let me make a note. A note. Tier 2 Primal. Let's see. Tier 2 Storm gear. Use for Catalyst. Get with LA Overflow. Easy to get in 1007 question mark? I'll definitely look into that. Killing mobs during storms gives you the overload that turn into the vendor for gear. So is the overload different than the overflow? The little blue currency stuff? Or did I have the wrong name on it? I thought it was called Elemental Overflow. If you want to upgrade it, you need sigils, which you can get 1 per storm type. Yeah, see, I didn't like the Primal Storms at all, so I haven't really interacted with them too much, besides the couple times that I did, deciding that I didn't like them. I'm not keen on the name, but yes, the blue cocaine. Okay, yeah. We're thinking of the same stuff then, good. Regardless of the name, we're on the same page. Cool. If you want to upgrade, you need sigils. And if you need to get tier 2, you gotta upgrade it, right? I presume. Because we're supposedly supposed to be able to get a whole bunch more of that same currency in the next patch coming this next week with the new zone. Because we're going back to the Forbidden Reach and all that, you know, the Dracula starter zone, but it's going to be like an endgame zone. Supposedly, we can get a whole bunch off of rares and stuff. and we can use it to buy new things. So I'm like, okay, well, I can buy old things with it. So if I can just buy the gear with that, I wonder if I still have to go get the stones, or I don't know. But thank you for bringing that to my attention, because that is a better way of looking at it, honestly. I knew all these things, just not like together. If that makes sense. Like having a peanut butter jelly, but it's all on the counter. There's the bread, there's the jelly, there's the peanut butter. And I didn't put it together. I was like, okay. Now we got a sandwich going on. You smart. You smart. Smart sauce right there. I'll have to look into that. Because I knew that was like a thing for the catalyst, but I had written it off since I didn't like the storms. Interesting. Boop. Alright. Yeah, tier 2 is upgraded. You only need the upgraded version if you want to turn into it in raid gear. Okay. Good to know. So I'll need to look into kind of the best way to get those upgradey things. Do you know if that's only for level 70s? Or can 60s do that too? I know, I'm sorry. I'm bombarding you with questions this time. You're just so knowledgeable. You're in my way, Garn. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, oh. Oh, I'm just out of range. Nope, nope, where's that? Here we go. Oh dear, where is it? Oh! Blends in. Here we go. Okay. Another one in Frostfire. The ones in Frostfire sure do like to spawn. Which is fine, but, you know. That's okay. Pretty sure catalysts only show up for level 70 characters. That's true. But I mean in context of, like, getting the gear. Although, like, the upgrade stones. Is that available to 60s? Because, like, some stuff is and some stuff isn't. It's a little messy on what is and isn't available to mid-60 level characters. It's kind of funky. So I know you can do Primal Storms as a level 60. It's not very easy, but you can. I don't know. I'll assume it's all 70 only, but all the more reason to go. My classmate's up to 70, I suppose. I haven't finished that yet. I've been too busy trying to get the 1 to 60 guides done, but I'm getting a little burnout on it, I won't lie. I'm a little frustrated. We'll see if I do a 1 to 60 guide this expansion. The 1 to 50s still kind of work. You're only a couple levels short, so it's not too bad. It's just, you know, I'm trying to improve on it. So if I'm going to take the time to make a new guide, I would rather make a new guide instead of just tacking on a new zone at the end of it, you know? Forbidden Reach is 70 only? Yeah, no, Forbidden Reach definitely is. I was just curious, like, the actual Primal Storms and the Sigil Stones or whatever, if that was available to 60s. But either way, I suppose it doesn't matter too much. Alright. Oakley dokley. I personally would love to see them make Elemental Overflow be account-wide. Then I can farm it all on my main and not have to worry about that, because let me tell you, blech. Oh well. I'll probably just pick the sets I do like for the current raid, because we're gonna have a pretty short window, I feel like, between 10.07 and 10.1. And if the catalyst does indeed update to only let you get tier from the current raid, which would make sense technically, then you know, that means I'd have a very small window of farming for this current raid. I'm not sure. I haven't seen sizzles drop on lower than 70, but I don't touch storms as much as I should. Okay. I'll just assume it's 70 plus. It's probably best that I do all that on or 70 plus, on just 70s anyways. I was just curious if, like, that's something I could do while leveling to get to 70, but it's probably not even worth bothering with, to be honest, until I'm 70. Lobo Man just resubbed for the 5th month. Thank you, Lobo. I super appreciate your continued support, and thanks to you continuing to support me, I can continue to work. So thank you so much. I super appreciate you. You're too sweet. Well, being honest, I find your guides are a true reflection of the time you mentioned. In the past, I found other content to be very clickbaitish, but your content is honest. But I also realize the amount of work that goes into them is immense. It is. It really is, Binge Bear, and that's kind of what's been getting me down lately. My pleasure. Well, thank you, Lobo. I super appreciate it. You're very generous. But yeah, that's kind of what's been getting me down about it, Binge Bear, because I can't crank out the amount of content people want, first of all, to make up, like, you know, for the low views that I get on the vast majority of my content, compared to, say, other content creators who've been in the game far longer than me. Because I've been on YouTube for 4 years now. My 2019 stuff doesn't exist, so I guess technically you would see 3 years, but it's been a bit of a rough ride, let me tell you. My peak views were in BFA, which was a while ago now. So that kinda... a little bit of a downer, because it takes many, 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 many hours to make every single guide, even the short ones. So, you know, I'm kinda struggling at the moment, but that's a personal thing. None of you need to worry about it. I'm sure I'll get over it eventually. It's okay. That's why I don't really try to bring it up too much, because I don't want to be a downer to folks, you know? You don't need to see that side of me. That just hurts reputation, for sure. Alright. Do more gold-related stuff. We always like that. There's no gold-related stuff to do. I already did the gold-related stuff for Dragonflight, and there's no gold sync right now. So people don't really care, you know? I know I miss seeing that kind of thing. Well, I only do raw gold, and I only do instanced raw gold, with the exception of, like, emissaries, callings, dailies. They don't exist. I can't. There's no raids I can do right now. They've all been... You either can't do them solo, the ones that would give enough gold to be worth the time, or the current ones that we have were nerfed by 30 to 50%, so they're not worth the time. You're better off doing dragon races. So I can't really help with that. I'm not a gold farmer anyway. That's what kind of annoys me, is that's pretty much what everyone just like subbed to me for, was the raw gold stuff, even though that's literally a small percentage of my content. I don't actually like gold farming. So, you know. Motherlode is pretty good for raw gold right now. Yeah, I'm not surprised, just because that is a BFA one. So I'm sure the dungeons in BFA are creeping up. Because those Legion, BFA, and Shadowlands would be the next set of raids that and dungeons that you would want to farm. But because of the Chromie time scaling and the squish, the level squish, not Chromie time, the level squish, it's made things a lot more difficult on alts, which is really how I do my gold farming, if I do gold farming. So, if I remember, there's also, yeah, we assumed that. It was hype and there was Brutosaur. Yeah, pretty much. That was it. That's how most people found me. And that's what people knew me by. But, you know, most people aren't too keen on my rest of my content. That's just kind of a bummer. Well, since you came on Twitch, I feel you should be so proud. We are part of the Kraken community, and largely we are here to spend time with the person we regard as a good friend. Your videos have seen me through some tough times, so understand you make a difference. Well, thank you, Binge Bear. I super appreciate it. And I know, like, the fans I do have are very loyal, and I do appreciate all of you greatly. And that's literally because of my YouTube channel and persevering through it and sticking with it that my Twitch is doing so well. And that I have all of you be- whoopsies! Good thing I'm a druid. That I have all of you beautiful people here, you know? And I definitely recognize that, and I'm greatly appreciative. It's just... if you kind of look at it this way, the reason it gets disappointing is because it takes me several hours to days to weeks to months, depending on the guide, to make the guide. It's a lot of work that goes into a guide. To then only get a couple thousand views, that's like $4 or $5. If you look at it from a job perspective, like I'm trying to treat this like a business. I want to make this work. I want to become successful. It doesn't pan out in terms of time ratio spent to what you're earning, you know? Ugh. Leave flight for mid-flight? Nice. Yeah. I do that occasionally. Luckily, Druid can shapeshift mid-air, so no dying there. Should I have made it on time after all? My dear sister Nzira, the one and only incomparable stream superstar, international Twitch phenomenon, Kraken Latte, the greatest. Hello! Hello, Whittly! You're coming in right at the end here. We've only got, like, 8 minutes left of stream. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here, though, on the last little stretch. Welcome, welcome. How is your stream going? I saw you were streaming at the same time. Hopefully that went okay? Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. There we go. It will be the most blissful 8 minutes of my life. Well, I hope you enjoy it. And you saved by the bell, if you will. We were getting too deep and philosophical again. I don't need to gush all my problems to stream. Y'all don't need to know my problems. You just need to see Happy Kraken doing awesome content. That's all you guys need. That is what you need in your life. And that is what I am here to provide. Alright. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm up to 15 restored artifacts now. This takes so long, though. Man. Good old archaeology. Taking all the time. That's okay. That is okay. There we are. There we are. Yes, it went very well. Thank you. And I'm only streaming this often because I want to squeeze in as many days as I can to reach my affiliate goal. I normally stream on weekends only, but I fear it's not enough to reach the requirements. So long story short, yes, I was streaming at the same time, and come next week, it will never happen again. And I'm writing novels again. All good, Whittly. I mean, you don't have to worry about when you stream. It's not a big deal. You are totally fine. And I hope you get affiliate. I would totally come join if you weren't at the same time as me, but that's probably why you're going to move it, aren't you? I have mine at this time, and I think this is kind of becoming the perfect time because I have enough time in the afternoon, late afternoon and evening to be able to get my video YouTube work content done without staying up till like 3 in the morning. Although I kind of do anyways. That's just me in a nutshell, I think. Don't worry. Okay. I'm going to follow as I am a total bookworm. Ah, perfect! Yes. Speaking of, shout out to Whittly, a fabulous person, a fabulous streamer, and an upcoming new streamer friend. So go give Whittly a follow, help him out while he tries to reach affiliate. It's the perfect time for me, actually. Not too late, not too early. Perfect Kraken time. Perfect. I'm glad. That is so kind of you. Thank you. Yes! Whoops. There we go. More than welcome. Aw, y'all are too sweet. Thank you so much for the shout out. You're making me emotional. You are very welcome, Whittly. I'm happy to help. At least in what little way I can, to be honest. Aquaman! Aquaman! That was a terrible game for the Xbox. Great movie, though. Hi, Kraken. Hello, Mikhail. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here in the last few minutes of stream. We're almost done with today. No luck on the pristine, but that's okay. I only need one more pristine from VoD, so I'm kind of expecting the low luck, which is a bummer. We did run across a couple Apexis crystals, but it just didn't want to. My son turned 17 today. Well, congratulations and happy birthday to you and your son. Happy 17th. Ah, the big ol' 1-7. I don't miss it. I hated my teens. I had a terrible time in my teens. Not good years of my life, let me tell you. But hopefully your son is doing better. The terrible teens, as I like to call them. There we go. Manacles, blah blah blah. Alright. So, we will finish this dig site. We will go to Legion, buy a whole bunch of Mogu, I think is what we'll do. Pandaren, actually. Let's focus on Pandaren, because that one needs 2 achievements. And we'll start putting our restored artifacts into the MOP achievement. And I'll just use up my keys and keep farming restored artifacts here, and hopefully get the last pristine I need at the same time. So try to multi-farm a little more now that I'm getting down to the last few. Looks like someone is drowning. Who's drowning? Uh-oh. Oh. Stretches. Alright. Just so you all know, I love you all. You're all wonderful people. Thank you all for being here. I super appreciate it. Please don't take my random bouts of that escape a little bit of me being sad or depressed or down about things as like negativity necessarily. I try not to bring them up, but you know, it eeps out a little bit once in a while. So I do appreciate all of you, and please don't ever think for a second that I don't appreciate any of you here, because I really do. Because I wouldn't be where I am without all of you. So pat yourself on the back and give yourself a hug for me. We love you, Kraken, no worries, and you talk about whatever you want / need on stream. Well, I try not to talk about whatever I want / need, just because, like, you know, I try to keep things pretty positive. Like, I don't need to drown you out with my saltiness and my occasional depression and my, you know, like, that's not me, it's not my brand, and that's my personal life, and I don't want to affect anyone else. I just want to be here as a positive light in your guys' life, not, you know, snuff it out with my own problems. So, I'm here to help you guys out. That's what that's about. We love you too. Aw, well thank you, Zinx. And I'm happy you're here. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Alright, come on. Let's get this dig site done here, because we are pretty much at time. Which is perfect timing. Alright, alright, alright. We're all human, there are ups and downs, but we're all along for the ride. Well, I appreciate it, and all of you are wonderful for exactly that. I try not to let the downs come out too much, but they're definitely hitting me hard this year, let me tell you. Harder than past years for sure. But it's okay. That's how it be sometimes. I can only speak for myself, but I don't mind personal stuff and imagined over sharing it all. You be the most authentic self you could ever be. I came for the game, but stayed for the sister and Zira. Aw, well thank you, Whittly. I appreciate it. That's why you're the sweetest. Whoop. Hello. Ogre figurine. I've definitely... I guess I can close that out now. Don't need that Google up anymore. I definitely try not to overshare. Just because, you know, no one needs some trauma dumping in their lives. You guys are already going through your own things. I don't need to add to your worries, you know? Definitely not something I need to do. There we go. But I am super enjoying streaming, so don't think for a second that I'm not. It's not the stream, actually, that's the problem. This is like the highlight in my day. In terms of work, technically. Yeah, let's go to Legion. Nah, the downer stuff is about the YouTube channel specifically, so. Not the Twitch, though. This is going fabulous. If it helps you feel a little better, rant and vent away. I'm always here to listen. Oh, well, thank you. Canary, I thought I was the highlight of your day. I said it in terms of work, you goober. You're not work. You're the highlight of my life. That's a difference. You silly goober. I know you're listening. I saw your message. Canary has been snubbed. No! Come on! Highlight of my work day. Come on. Yeah, I don't give you that winky face, you boob. I was gonna say something else. We're on stream. Keep it clean. Alright, not Erica. We want Pandaren. We're gonna dump it all into Pandaren. Very cool, Pandaren. There it is. So let's try Pandaren. Oh, we'll open all these and then we'll call it a day and we'll see if we can do a raid on someone depending on who is available. Looks like Persephone's not available today. So we'll probably do Dead Sandra. She's had a lot of good numbers lately. So I try to like jump on whoever I'm following that has less viewers to try to help boost them up a little bit. There we go. Alright. Let's learn Pandaren tea set! Oh! We got one achievement done today. Today wasn't totally for nothing. So, huzzah. Now we just need pristines, because that was the easy achievement, if you will. Do you post your streaming session on YouTube? I do not. No, not anymore. I used to, but it was eating up a lot more time than I would have liked. And since I stream 5 days a week, and I have to wait 24 hours because of Twitch's TOS, I have to wait 24 hours before I can post it on YouTube. So, like, it was starting to interrupt my rhythm of trying to get work done for my main YouTube, so it didn't work very well. I get that you can't stream there and on Twitch, but copy them to YouTube after. I can, yes, I just have to wait 24 hours, and it's really annoying, honestly. I wish I could post it right after. I would probably continue to do that if that were the case, but I haven't been saving these, no. Not these current ones, anyways. Okay, let's get a little more Pandaren here. There we go. But if you want to watch any of the most recent VoDs, they stay... I don't know how long they stay on Twitch. It was 7 days originally, but that was just because I was super fresh. They might stay for 60 days now? I don't recall. Don't recall. Okay, what's this one? It didn't pop up. Archaeology. Pandaren. Ah, another cake. Alrighty. Another tea set. Yeah, now that I have the tea set achievement, now it's giving me all the dang tea sets. Alright, we'll buy one more thingy here. One more crate. Panda. Panda crate. Professions, archaeology. Let's open this up. Can I? Oops, that's Draenor. Panda. Can I? Whoops. Nope, not enough. Alright. Well, that is where we're going to end today. We are good on stream time. That is my normal 2.5 hours. If you would like to see my schedule, I do the same time every Monday through Friday. Check out the schedule to see those times and days in your time zone, because it does convert for you. That way you know when to catch me. So I try to be pretty regular. I don't think I've missed a day yet. So, yeah. I really enjoy streaming, so that this will be continued, don't you worry. So, I love all of you. Thank you all for being here with me. I super appreciate you all. I will see you tomorrow if you decide to join me. And if you don't, I'll see you whenever you can. So have a wonderful night. I am going to do a raid on dead Sandra. Now it looks like she's working on Torghast. Ooh. Raid has been created. Alright. So I'm going to send you all over dead Sandra. She is a fabulous streamer. Really sweet gal. And give her my love for me. You all have a good night.
But it's okay.